I've been going to fandom conventions for 10 years now, and I love them. There really isn't anything like spending a few days with other fans of the things you love. Fandom can be a beautiful thing, and Harry Potter conventions are my favorite. I'm heading to LeakyCon in Dublin this week, and I can't wait. However, it can definitely be overwhelming to try to pack for an event like this, especially if you've never been to one before. And even though I pretty much know what I'm gonna need, I still put it off to the last minute, and then it gets stressful. You're on your feet a lot, meeting tons of new people, and the things you bring or don't bring can make or break the whole experience sometimes. Today I wanted to show you some of my must-haves for packing for an event like this. And stick around until the end because I have a giveaway for those of you who are seeing this video early. Let's get started. So, the first thing that I absolutely cannot forget to bring with me on a trip are chargers. This is the most important thing because if I forget them, I have to buy new ones wherever I am. I also like to have a portable charger and an extra USB cable that I can bring along with me because my phone battery does not make it through a full day at a con. And I just started keeping my chargers in this little packing cube. I got a set of these in a bunch of different sizes, and this was the smallest one. I'm just filling this with things I cannot lose, and hopefully that will help me keep organized. Another thing that is really helpful is to bring a power strip because a lot of times hotels only have a couple outlets, and if you need to be charging like a ton of things every night, you're not going to have enough space, especially if you have roommates. Also, if you carry it around with you, you usually end up making friends because everybody wants to recharge their devices at things like this, and if there are more outlets, people will like you. If you're going out of the country like I am, you probably need some kind of adapter, so definitely research that before you go. Another thing that I always bring with me when I'm traveling is my camera and a little tripod for it. Whether you have a YouTube channel or not, I feel like it's important to document trips like this, and I like to have a camera that's nicer than just my phone camera. I'm hoping to make a bunch of videos while I'm there, and I hope that I remember to take photos, because that's something I'm not as good with. I really wanted to bring my nice new camera, but I'm kind of scared that something bad's going to happen to it, so I'm bringing the old one. It's much smaller and much easier to travel with. I'm eventually hoping to save up and get a camera that's as nice as my new one, but in this form factor. That way when I go on trips and play shows, I can have a nice camera that I can bring with me that will actually fit in my bag. The next thing that I've been bringing with me whenever I travel is my traveler's notebook. I love this thing, and the whole point of it is to document your travels. I've been using it for more than just that, but I'm really excited to fill this up with memories from Ireland. I'm gonna try really hard to write in it while I'm there because so far I've been doing all my documenting when I get home from trips, but I really want to be working on this on the plane and whenever I'm waiting on a line somewhere. But this does have pockets, so I can take anything that I want to save and put in here, like ticket stubs and things like that. Just tuck them in there, and then whenever I have a chance to work on it, I'm gonna try and do a little bit of journaling about my trip. I put a bunch of different washi tapes on this card, and I'm tucking it in the pocket on here so I don't have to bring like a whole bunch of supplies with me. I'm also bringing one black pen and one gold pen just so I have a couple options to choose from when I'm on the road. And that's that. Another thing that I have a lot of trouble without when I'm traveling, especially for conventions, is bringing layers to change into. I usually find that even if I know what the weather is going to be like, the air conditioning is kind of unpredictable in big convention centers. Sometimes it's really, really warm, and other times it is freezing cold. So I usually find that I need to carry some kind of hoodie or sweater with me. I usually find that this makes me a lot more comfortable. So this is my Wizard Activist hoodie. I bought it at the Harry Potter Alliance booth. They do sell these online if you want one. I love it. The next category of items that I like to bring to events like this is nerdy clothes and accessories. Aside from the fact that I just, want to be in the spirit of whatever event I'm attending, it is a great conversation starter if you're looking to make new friends who like the same things you do. This adorable Newt Scamander t-shirt, which was designed by Nan Lawson, who's one of my favorite artists. I was gonna buy a print, and then I realized that she had t-shirts. I also got this adorable Badger shirt. I really, really like this. This is one of the coolest Hufflepuff shirts I've ever seen, and I knew I had to wear it for this con. Both of these shirts actually came from a website called TeePublic, and I actually have a little page on there where I've collected all of my favorite designs that they sell. So if you want to check out these shirts or some of the others that I've hand-picked, I'm gonna put a link in the video description where you can find that. I'm also completely obsessed with the shirt I'm wearing. wearing. It was designed by Jordan Dene, and I actually bought it at a Harry Potter convention, so it says anything's possible if you've got enough nerve. Another thing that I like to bring to conventions that I honestly forget most often is business cards. Even if you don't have like an online store or anything like that, pretty much everybody has social media links, and when you go to a convention, you meet a lot of new people, and you may want to stay in touch with those people. So I definitely recommend either having business cards printed or just writing down on a few cards what your social media usernames are or your email address. That way, if you make a new friend, you can keep in touch with them after you get home from the event. I recently had new ones printed. For a long time, mine were out of date because I changed all my usernames. So I had a couple events where I just printed some makeshift business cards with my own printer at home and cut them up and took them with me. I didn't put them in my bag, but comfortable shoes are a must. Mine are actually starting to fall apart, and I haven't decided what kind I want to replace them with. I've kind of been having this sneaker crisis where I know that I want some really good, comfortable shoes, but I also want them to look nice. And I haven't found what those shoes are yet. Because I don't know about you, but I end up doing a ton of walking at events like this. It's just amazing how much more enjoyable an event can be if your feet aren't constantly hurting. Deodorant, I get really self-conscious. Sometimes people get really close to me. I probably should keep this in my purse, honestly, because I don't know how often I'll be getting back to my hotel room to freshen up. So yeah, bring this. I also recently found a travel size pack of multivitamins, which is so smart because really at conventions, I'm up and around a lot. I'm not getting a lot of sleep. And honestly, sometimes I don't have a chance to get a good healthy meal. So this will definitely keep me going and help me stay healthy. You can also bring Airborne or an equivalent because a lot of people get sick at conventions and you're close to a lot of people and nobody's getting sleep. So if you want to try and keep from getting sick, that's definitely something you should start before you leave. I also recently started bringing a water bottle with me to conventions, and this has been really good for me because it's obviously important to stay hydrated, but I also perform on stage and I need water for that, and there isn't always water backstage. Sometimes it's like a cup this big and I end up kicking it over while I'm playing, so having something with a top that I can just put next to my microphone stand is very important for me, and it's better to bring my own than to hope that it'll be there. You can also bring snacks. They're good for the airplane, but also I don't know what the food situation is going to be like at this convention, and I want to make sure that if I have like a quick switch between two panels during lunchtime, I have a chance to get something in my stomach. Remember to take care of yourselves when you're traveling, and bringing a lot of stuff like this is very important. And aside from the usual necessities, when I was coming up with my list for this video, I asked my partner Matt what he likes to bring on trips, and he said clothes. Those are some things that I always try to pack when I'm headed to a convention. So about this bag, a few months ago I made a video where I featured a bag from a company called Meka that I bought that I really like, and they found it and they liked it so much that they sent me some free bags, including this one. They also were super generous and they sent me a second one, and I'm gonna give it away to one of you. If you'd like to win it, just make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and leave me a comment down below telling me what your favorite fandom is. Or you could tell me what you absolutely have to pack when you go on a trip. I'll put additional rules and details in the video description below. I actually have a few conventions coming up, so you can always check laurenfairweather.com/shows to see where I'll be next. I hope to have the opportunity to geek out with you at one in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.